Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably. No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? What's happening to Hawkins? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case. Things are not looking good. A kind of chalice. Arkham editions. Never heard of him. Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them. Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe. Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to...
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
This man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told, after inhaling chemicals.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down, his skin losing its color, his body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will. I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Dr. Fuller, please.
No, don't.
I know what you fear, but this man is dying.
Marie, I'm begging you. He'll hold me accountable if you bother him. Perhaps you could examine him yourself first. I'll do my best to assist.
Very well. I'll examine him. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, If there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Your reaction, it's your innocent worry.
For this man and the other...
I have to protect my discovery.
I will not...
You disappoint me, Marie. In the meantime, take care.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
I disapprove of Fuller's methods, but his treatments have saved more lives than I can count.
And Mr. Blake? You said yourself he was dying.
I don't know what to think for now. What I'm sure of is that Fuller is hiding something from us. And I need to know what that is before I take a chance exposing him.
And where would you find those?
I'd rather not think of...
Of course, Doctor.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Yeah.
Wait for everybody. The cruelty of Red Dead.
Are you?
Hay fever. What's he doing here? He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, is that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
Holy crap, man, snakes.
Snakes? What?
So Drew, did you see? They got like two or three actors that are really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they make
The
it
one that
comedy.
hides the smuggling business.
The black guy
Oh
that's
no,
in
not
it
them.
is
They don't go on that side of the.
Like Predator War? Like, why are they fighting?
like Predator War. When you see the beginning, you're like, why is this predator chasing that predator?
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of like Alien versus Predator, but now just Predator.
Yeah, but there's a reason for it. And then when you start realizing the ending of it, then you're like, okay, well that kind of makes sense why he did that.
Yeah.
Like there's a rogue predator.
Oh, okay.
Why did he crash on Earth? Yeah.
Well, because like most of them are evil, but there's some of them that are good, I guess. So maybe that's
one
what
of
it's
them
about.
is actually trying to save the human race, give them human race a chance.
Right.
So to speak.
Because look at the, if I remember rightly, the second one
That's
doesn't
how you broke
attack
your
a
back.
woman because he looks at her with whatever tools he does and she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, if I remember rightly.
Radio chicks get a pass.
Well,
Mrs. Sanders.
what was it? That chick?
God,
Yeah, the predators, they don't attack women,
could this have been avoided?
you know, in that sense, because women aren't considered a threat.
Right. Anybody see Venom?
Yes. Yes.
I want to see it though.
Okay,
Cannot
well,
wait till the second movie comes out.
yeah, me neither. But it had problems. I mean, it was a good movie, but it had problems.
What do you think about
It's-
the female Venom?
That was cool. That was a nice twist.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Defines the body, does it?
Yeah, you know it's a female.
Pretty much.
She recently came back from the
But if
surgery.
I'm not mistaken,
She's
I mean,
stable.
I think
Given her father,
plays-
a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to
I
save
forget her
her.
name.
what's that
Crap.
girl's name?
I'm bad with names, so I have no idea.
She's a badass.
Yeah.
She is a badass. But she broke up with him too.
Yeah, she's kind of a bitch.
Yeah. But
What does
she
the
knew
boiler room
about
key do in here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
It's tripping out.
I mean, the way they made Venom was almost like an origin story, kind of. You know what I mean?
It was. The whole movie was an origin story.
Yeah.
It just has problems because it doesn't have Spider-Man. And Sony is
Yeah.
making it. It's
Wait.
not in the Marvel universe. They're starting from scratch again. So.
Yeah. Because if you remember, he doesn't even have the emblem yet.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Like where is it? I don't know.
The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. Another insomniac. I should find a cause for such a widespread trouble.
Sounds like a bad situation somebody's getting in.
My buddy. Oh no, there's a horse jam. The two idiots are in the way.
It's like, why me?
Damn, the guy in the car just pushed the other guy away.
Oh crap. Oh crap, there's no door over here. Oh, hey, there's a guard right there. Nope. Nope. We're going the other way. Gotta kill all these guards over here. Tra-na-na-na-na. Hi, kitties.
I actually have that on a hoodie. Karen got me when I was really into Big Bang Theory. When it was good before it got crap.
Yeah.
So, first season. Second, no, I lost interest around about halfway through third. And then when we all started getting married to each other, it was like, oh, for fucking good lord. And just let Raj come out gay already.
Right.
So annoying it is. Even though he's had relationships with young assholes.
Dr. Calder, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment we prescribed, but the dysfusion persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him.
Dude, they're scared of me.
Sir, I am going to examine you. You understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination.
Whoops.
Chozo says he will
He
probably
bit his
not make
lip
it
so
for the rest
much,
of the
they're still bleeding.
Okay.
Quite frothed, evidently
Yep.
because of such drooling.
It's all good.
Did 15 kills, and I still have my super 3 times.
Oh snap.
Yeah,
Lines left
because I'm
bloody
using my
wounds.
spectral,
So, Doctor,
and
what's
that
the deal with
spectral,
this
I
patient?
honestly believe it's broken. Because, oh my god, you're going in and
Tranquilizers kicked in. Now you can disinfect
And
and
a horde.
bandage his wounds.
Oh, I just forced the guy to
And as
quit.
to his weight loss, I'll
What,
prescribe
you
an
just quit?
antifungal
Rage quit.
You made him rage quit.
In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
Made his bitch ass rage quit.
I've only rage quit once, and it was because the mask was just so bad, and I was like pissed.
Yeah, that's how Red Bull.
Yeah.
What point of rage quit? Oh, that guy's left alone. Oh, he is so dead. Oh, man. Didn't get hit this.
Oh,
Wow.
I see a camp in the distance. Oh, if there's a guy with a horse, I'm gonna steal
Oh.
his horse.
Drew, I just made another player quit.
I kind of figured it was a tree quit.
Good job.
Yeah, you can have him.
Oh, another guy quit.
Now you're just being mean.
He went into the fire.
Burn, motherfucker, burn.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patience here.
Oh, another player just joined them.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
Oh, I'm just waiting for these guys to come in here so I can go and take them
Tell
out.
me your symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
I'm
NPCs don't know what to do.
I was gonna say, Aragon, you do know you can get done for cyberbullying, right? That's what you're doing sounds like bullying.
A little bit.
Hey, this is the stuff that I learned from all y'all.
Every night.
Ever since I got my setup straight.
Excuse me, we're not bullies.
Hey, if I was good enough to bully, I would. But I suck,
No
so.
one's ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
Oh man, it's just gotta get to
Yeah,
a
you
group,
put
man.
his hand in the other team's arse to
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Oh, and by the way, that first match, that first round, we didn't even been able to put one vote in to start off. It was like 5 to 75.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and here I am, did the 10, I did all them 15 kills, going back and forth, and we ended up winning at the end.
That's insane.
It's a quiet little town.
Yeah, we
Days
took
go
them
by,
out.
steady as ever.
I love it. That's a comeback. That is a true comeback.
Seriously, man.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference. Thank you again, Doctor.
Just killed your queen, bitch. Oh. Ooh, big boy, sit your ass down.
No, you're pulling my leg.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Ooh, took out a Goldie.
You naughty girl.
Golden gun?
And the
Yeah.
answer is no. You can imagine
You
that she
got a
doesn't
horse,
dare say a
nice.
thing. That silly goose
Yeah.
lets herself be trapped.
Bunch of bounty hunters dumb.
Oh well,
Kill them all
at least
for
we
one
won't have to
person.
clean for a while. Just wait.
There you
Now,
go.
Dawn, for the love of God, call it
It's
what's
a
standing
real
in the
show.
floor.
Right, don't
Okay.
do it.
Only because you said
remember, bad luck. Bad luck, bro.
We've been
well, at
waiting
least
to
if
be
he dies,
restored for
I'm
weeks.
blaming Jinx.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high. I don't have any business in the boiler room. The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
What the hell? Why can't I just... There we go.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until
Oh,
I
they're
finish
looking
the
for
interview.
me. Oh my god, how many kills did I do on that?
Please.
15 Guardians total.
Dang, man. What gun are you using?
The
Queen's
operating room
Breaker.
is never accessible
Hmm.
after an operation.
And I'm also using for mid and close
Let's hope I
range.
can go through the
I'm using
administration
also
office.
the loaded question.
Uh-huh. Yeah, bows are killer.
Yep. Oh
The
my
door to the
god!
boiler room
Especially
is
when
locked.
before I go in, I shoot one and then I reload it automatically in my holster.
Mhm.
So now I got it. Now I have a reservoir burst, so it gives it more power.
Ooh, badass.
Yeah. And then I just go in and I just do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hey, I just got a trust with Outlaw and Rampage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And steady rounds, so it gives me faster reload.